Hi ladies, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to another day in our visibility challenge. Today is day 3 of the visibility challenge when we are going to be talking about how to create a lifelong form of visibility. Yes, so for those of you who are brand new to the challenge, welcome. You still have time to join in to win a prize. All you have to do is do the activities, and for every activity you do, you get a point to enter the draw to win something special. All right, so you can check the video 1 and video 2 and see what we spoke about. In video 1 we talked about how visible you really were and doing your visibility audit to bring out the best version of you so you can be visible in a way that's going to be joyful for you and to your people who are watching you and engaging with your brand. And then yesterday on day 2, we spoke about social media, because let's face it, guys, social media is taking over the world, and this is your opportunity to be an early adopter. This is your opportunity to jump in and create your influence now while it's still growing and booming and, before it becomes oversaturated. So today is day 3, and why I call this lifelong visibility is because when you use social media, the visibility that you create there, say for example you spend months and you're like doing videos every day on Facebook Live and you have a Facebook group, but Facebook at the end of the day has full autonomy over your group. If they say tomorrow that they want to shut your group down, that's it. People are gone. You lose people. Same if they deleted your account. Same with Instagram if they shut down your account. Same with Facebook. Like Snapchat, any of these Twitter, it doesn't matter what the platform is. When you build your influence on another platform, the owner of that platform and the owners, because you have shareholders in all these platforms, at the end of the day, if you're in breach of any of their terms and service, and a lot of the terms and service you don't even know what they are because you just ticked I accept without reading through that thing, you can be in breach and you can actually have your account terminated. So let me give you an example. For those of you who are using your personal page for business, Facebook specifically says that you should not be using your personal page for commerce, and that if you are a business, then you create a business page. So for those of you who are doing a lot of videos on your personal page, in the beginning it's fine if but by the time you start to really build a massive following, Facebook can get note of that and say, hey, you're breaking our rules. We suspend you, right? And then what happens to your business then? Okay, so what I'm sharing with you today is how to create lifelong visibility, where 5 years from now, 10 years from now, even if the Facebook social media was to disappear and become non-existent, you would still be able to have a thriving business. And it's going back to something that's kind of old school, and that's paper and pen. Well, not necessarily paper and pen, but I'm talking about list building, okay? Building a list, growing your email list, because whether you're using MailChimp, GetResponse, Aweber, Infusionsoft, it doesn't matter what you're using. The fact is you can go into that platform, populate a spreadsheet, and then you can print it off and you will have those emails for life. So whether Facebook's gone, whether Instagram is gone, Pinterest is gone, it doesn't matter, because you have a platform where you have lifelong access to your community. So if you decided you don't use Facebook anymore and you're moving over to Snapchat, a simple email, hey guys, join me on Snapchat, and you can still connect with your community. So today I'm going to share with you a little bit about how to create an irresistible freebie, because people aren't just going to give you their emails. No, nobody's doing that. You have to give them something juicy in exchange, right? You have to give them some kind of value, something that they want, something that they yearn for, something that they crave. You have to give them something in exchange, right? So if you go in the files tab, you will see I have a lot of freebies in there, and one of them actually talks about different kinds of a lot of free goodies in the files tab, but one of them actually talks about the different kinds of freebies you can create. And so today I'm going to be expounding on that a little bit and giving you some tips so that when you do go to create your freebie, you don't make certain mistakes and you get success quicker. Okay? Firstly, all right, step 1, you ask people what they want. You ask them what they want. Oops. Okay, I wrote something on my paper with my notes, but I still have the notes, don't worry. So you ask people what they want. You may think, oh my gosh, yes, everybody's gonna love this ebook on, say you're a weight loss coach, and you think everybody's gonna love your ebook on how to make a green smoothie or something random, right? Something that you love, you're passionate about this, you wake up every morning, you make this green smoothie and you sprinkle it with your chia seeds and you're all happy, right? And you think the world is gonna love it because you love it. But your ideal client, they don't give a crap about a green smoothie right now. They're thinking the thing that would stand out to them most is, why can't I lose the weight, right? Or how can I lose this weight fast, right? Like, what can I do to cheat the system, right? So you have to think about what your, hey, Aketi, hi, darling. Welcome. So we're talking today about building your email list, because if you want to be visible and you want lifelong visibility, you got to be having an email list where these people who you are serving can come and find you all the time, even if you don't have a social media presence, okay? So I was saying, ask your people what it is they're struggling with, right? You have to ask them what they're struggling with. So say you are a relationship coach and your ideal client is a divorcee who is looking to find love again, right? You need to make sure that that freebie, that free thing you're giving, is something that she actually wants to hear. So she doesn't want to necessarily hear, she wants to hear specific things. And so you are not going to necessarily, hi, Aditola, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Beautiful name, by the way. So she's not going to necessarily want to hear the same thing as somebody who's never been married, or somebody who is in her 30s and her clock is ticking, right? So think about where in life your ideal client is. What is the pain they're specifically going through? So if it is that you are talking to someone who is in her 30s, she has never been married, she has no kids, and her clock is ticking, that kind of thing, you may want to say, you know, are you tired of your family asking when you're gonna bring them some grandkids? You know, like, really speak to her, talk to her. And so if you don't know what to say to her, just ask her. Because what I know is that when you show people that you value their opinion and you value their voice, they show up, they help you. And the reason they help you is because they, like, how many of us are heard? How many of us get to say people hear us, they feel heard, they feel supported? Most times it's the opposite. Most people feel, you're not hearing me, you're not listening to me. That's how a lot of people feel. So when you say to them, I want to help you, what are you struggling with? How can I help you? Let me know how I can be of better service to you. That person is going to be like, oh my gosh, she wants to know what I think. And then they will open up to you and share with you what it is that they're struggling with. So once you know that, another thing you can ask them when you're asking them what kind of thing they're struggling with, you can ask them, how do they learn best? Okay, so now say for example your ideal clients, they learn best, they're audiovisual learners. They would never read, they don't like ebooks. So for example, I can share somebody who's in this group who I've worked with before, Linda Johnson in this group. Linda she will read the ebook if she has to, but her most ideal form of consuming content is a video or an audio, right? She likes the interaction, she likes the engagement. So for me, if Linda is one of my target market, or she's one of my potential ideal clients, I mean, yes, I can still do an ebook, but I want to put an audio version of the ebook with it. All right, or a bonus video with it. So really talk to them. Hi, Delia. Hi, darling. So happy to see you. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, by the way. I really hope so. Or Delia, I don't know. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I've been talking to you via email recently, so I'm so excited to see you joining live. Woo! Hello. So we're talking about list building because, of course, this is a visibility challenge. Yesterday we spoke about social media and how to stand out and get yourself in front of people on social media. The day before we spoke about really understanding where you are and where you want to go and what you're trying to create with your visibility. But today I'm sharing with you how to make sure that you create lifelong visibility. So don't just post all your stuff on Facebook and all your stuff on Instagram and think that everything is fine because your content is owned by these platforms, right? So when you have an email list, you are good, right? Because if something happens to Facebook, you can email everybody and say, hey guys, follow me on Snapchat or follow me on Twitter or follow me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram or whatever, okay? So email list. Now, if you want to get people on your email list, they're not going to just go on your list for nothing, right? People want to get value in exchange. So for you, I know that you took my quiz, right? That's how you're here. Eketi Adetola, I'm not sure how exactly you guys, I know Eketi, you found me through a summit. So that was also value, right? I was on that summit, in that summit for free. You saw it. Delia, nice. I like it. Delia, nice, right? And so you found me through a summit. That summit was free. So it was a freebie, right? So that's how you got to know me. And so everything that you would do to build your list or to build your community, you want to make sure that you're giving them value. Talk about the things, thank you dear. Talk about the things that they're interested in learning about. So really think about where they are in their lives at that moment. Whether you're a health coach, relationship coach, mindset coach, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be a coach to kids, it doesn't matter. Think about what they're going through, what they want to hear, and then you're going to create a freebie that fits that. Okay? And again, you just simply ask them, what are you struggling with? What do you want to learn? And ask them how they learn best. Because then if you know they learn best through video, a video series, a webinar. If you know that they learn best through like reading or through listening, then you create the thing that's going to help them with that. Now, that's one tip, asking people. The second thing is that you want to create a landing page. Now, this is basic. This is something that's really basic in business. And so if you've been in business for a while, you already know what this is. And this point is probably like, okay, Shania, we all know what that is. But I do know who is in this group. And I do know that some of you do not know what a landing page is. Or even if you know what a landing page is, because I know a lot of people in this group who know what a landing page is, but your landing page is not converting. Okay, so you need a high converting landing page. And when I'm talking about a high converting landing page, here are some tips. The opt-in box must be above the fold. Okay, that means, you know that little box where they put their email address in and their name in to sign up for your free thing? They should not scroll ever. It needs to always be above the fold. All right, so when they go on the page, and make sure that you're testing this on mobile as well, because a lot of people are going to find you on mobile. Right? A lot of you watching this right now are watching from your phone. If you're watching this from your phone, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay, say, I'm watching from my phone. I want to see you type in the comments and say, I'm watching from my phone. Okay? And we'll see in the replay and we'll see here live how many people are in fact watching from their mobile phones. Why? Because mobile is, this is it guys. It's here. We just have to accept it. And the sooner we create our businesses to fit into this new dynamic, the more success we will have. So every time you create a landing page, open the link on your mobile phone and test it. Okay, open the link on your mobile phone and test it. I know a lot of platforms, for example, I don't use ClickFunnels anymore. I don't use Lead Pages anymore. I use something called Igloo app. Hi Keisha, welcome darling. I'm watching from my phone. See Delia, like I knew it. Because it's true. This is where people's eyes are. If you go to a restaurant, if you go to dinner, you will look around and everybody's in their phone. And the people who aren't in their phone, they're on their phone taking selfies, okay? To post or taking pictures of the meal. So mobile, right now, you have to optimize your freebie for mobile. You have to optimize your landing page for mobile, Okay, so that's what I do. So I don't use, as I was saying, I don't use ClickFunnels, I don't use Lead Pages anymore. All of these are optimized for mobile, but I use Igloo app, which is very new. Like, not many people know about this app, know about this. And the reason I use them is because, one, you get lifetime access. It's not like ClickFunnels or Lead Pages where you pay monthly. You pay for ClickFunnels once. Not ClickFunnels, sorry. You pay for Igloo app once and you have lifetime access. And for me, when I got it in August, or was it June, maybe July, August. There, I got it in the summer. And when I got it, I also did the upgrade, because they have an upgrade where you can get 20 websites. And I've been using it to build sites and build courses and build things. And they have a membership platform and all that good stuff. So for me, that's what I use, because I know that I can customize everything to fit my need and to fit my community and to fit my brand, right? Not just boxes that are templates that are so internet markety and so cheesy, and that when you know, it's not feminine, it's not gorgeous, it's not cute, it's not sexy, it's just lame and masculine and stiff and boring. So I don't like those. So that's why I use Igloo app. So they're in their launch now, by the way, which is why I'm giving them a huge shout out. If you are interested, go check them out. I highly recommend it. I don't recommend things that I don't use. This is probably the first time I ever recommend something, so go check that out. But you want to make sure that you have the opt-in box above the fold. You want to make sure that it is mobile friendly, tablet friendly, desktop friendly, right? You want to make sure that it can adjust regardless of the platform, because your people are watching from their phones, right? So that's the next thing that you want to make sure. Now, here's the third thing that I do when it comes to building my lifelong visibility. I use my thank you page wisely, okay? Now, how many of you here have seen or bought my Visible with Video program? If you've seen it ever in a thing, or if you ever bought it, say yes. Say yes, I have. I have bought it or I have seen it. Comment and let me know if you've bought it or if you've seen it. Okay? Because this is exactly what I do and what I'm going to be teaching you right now. So you not only have a lifelong visibility, but you're killing two birds with one stone, and you're building your brand, you're building your community, you're building your lifelong visibility, and you're also creating passive income. So let me see who here knows about this program, Visible with Video. By the way, guys, tomorrow is day 4 of the challenge, and we're going to be talking a little bit about video. So stay tuned for that tomorrow, because we're going to be giving you some more tips on how to be visible on video. All right, so I'll wait to see some of the responses coming in. But what I do is I use my thank you page very wisely. So one of my main freebies is my quiz, okay? My quiz, my Rockstar Coach, Rockstar Entrepreneur, Rockstar Lady Boss quiz. And what that quiz does, most of you I know who are watching this have taken the quiz. If you have not taken the quiz, go to bit.ly/Rockstar quiz, okay? And take the quiz. So here's what happens in that quiz. It shares with you what the number one thing holding you back is. Okay? So when you take that quiz, we all want to be successful. We all want thriving lives. We all want joy, happiness, freedom, right? We all want that. That's the truth. If we didn't want that, we wouldn't even be trying to run businesses. We wouldn't even be trying to be speakers or authors or coaches. We would literally just settle for less you purchased right there, right? So here's what I did, Delia, and this is what you can also do when you have your freebie. So my freebie was a quiz. Now I have tons of freebies, like tons. I have webinars are freebies, a PDF, an ebook, an audio series, a video series, like a masterclass, a live event. Like, there's so many. You took the quiz. See, you took the quiz and you purchased, right? The Visible with Video program. So all of these things are freebies, right? And you can think outside of the box. Like, when you ask people what they want and you get creative, you can create something that nobody else is doing. For example, this challenge here, it's a freebie. It's free. Like, I didn't do it for you to opt in because I already have you guys on my list. but I'm giving free. It's freebie, so it's building connection with you, right? So here's what I do. At the end of the freebie, when someone enters their name and their email address, they're taken to a thank you page. Now, some people on the thank you page, you deliver the freebie. Some people, you sign up for this ebook, they give you the ebook on the page. Some people on the thank you page, they tell you, go check your inbox, I sent you the ebook, or go check your inbox, I sent you the video, or go check your inbox, I'll give you the details to the webinar. I, on the other hand, that's not what I do. Because, sit close, come close, I'm gonna tell you something nice. When someone gives you their email address, that is when they are the most, two times, when people are giving you their email address and when they pay you, right? This is when the person is most excited about you and what you do, okay? They're excited, all right? So if somebody just gave you their email address, remember their email address is their address online. It's kind of like they're saying, this is my house, come visit me whenever you want. So this person just said, I trust you, I like you, I want to know more about you. So they're excited, they're in the honeymoon phase, right? And Delia, it's funny because you bought and you took the quiz, so you know how this felt, girl. Like, think back to after you took that quiz, you were excited, right? So then the following page, instead of me saying, oh, check your email, bye, I said, go check your email, your freebie's there, but let me say, if you want XYZ even more, here's a mini course, or here's a course that I did and I'm giving you a discount. So one, you give them a gift, and they're getting great value because it's a good course, it's a good program, but they're also going to buy because it's a no-brainer offer. It's on sale, like it makes sense, it matches what the freebie was. So if the freebie was the 5 foods that are sabotaging your weight loss goal, right? When they get to the thank you page, if you say to them, hey, I'm so glad that you got my ebook with the 5 foods that are sabotaging your weight loss goals, sign up below and you'll get my cheat sheet on the 5 foods you can replace them with that will help you to speed up your weight loss goal, or something like that, right? Just random. I'm not a health coach or whatever, so I'm just giving a random example. But that's the example. Or even if you're a relationship coach and maybe your freebie was the number one reason a free video on the number one reason you're repelling your soulmate. If you are single and you are looking for a man and you are scrolling through on Facebook and you see this thing, oh, the number one reason you're repelling a man, you immediately get intrigued. So, okay, you click on it. You see this thing, she says, enter your name and your email address and I'll send you this free cheat sheet, ebook, video, series, audio, whatever. You enter your email and you're excited because you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna learn why I've been repelling my soulmate, right? You get on the next video and she says to you, hey, I just sent you the email with the video telling you why you're repelling your soulmate. On the other hand, I want to also, so go check your email and get it. So you still want to make sure that you acknowledge the thing they signed up for. Because if you don't, and then you just start selling, they're going to be like, who is this person that just took my email and didn't even give me the thing they promised? So you want to make sure that you always mention the thing that they asked for. Okay, always mention that. So, hey, you got this video, go check it out. But on the other hand, I want to talk to you about something, right? Because apart from you repelling your soulmate, there are quite a few things that you can do to attract your soulmate, to become the best version of yourself, the version of yourself that your soulmate is gonna fall head over heels in love with, and he's gonna sweep you off your feet, throw you on his horse, and ride into the sunset with you. Now, I remember, and they give you a little story, and they say, well, sign up for this audio program that's gonna help you to attract your soulmate. You know she sent you the video series. I know she's telling you that she's going to give you this audio to tell you not only how you're repelling him, but 5 things you can do to attract him. Hello, yes. So you're being visible and you're also expanding your business, because for every person who comes onto your list, they are going to be getting exposed to another offer from you, right? Not everyone is going to buy. The average industry standards is actually 1% of people will buy. I actually have 9% of people buy that video course because I guess it really connects with the quiz, and the quiz also has a lot of micro commitments. So people are saying, you know, answering question after question. So that's why I think the conversion rate on that is so high. But even if you don't have a program, even if you don't have something to sell, a small, and by the way, make it something easy, not something that they have to like think about or ask their husband about or go to their credit card company. No, it needs to be something easy. So something for $7. I would say maximum is $47. Keep it low priced, so you can make a worksheet or something low priced that it will be an easy yes for them, that they don't even have to think about it. It's gonna be like, oh, okay, here's my PayPal or here's my Stripe or whatever, right? And pay for it. So that will also help with the conversions as well, of course. But when you're doing this, if you don't have a program to sell or something, you don't have to have a program to sell, right? There are other times when I'm doing other freebies, for example, like a webinar, and the thank you page is not something for sale. There are many times. There are other times when I'm doing my ebook. I have an ebook. I have an audio series. I have training course. I have free mini course. Next free mini course on how to overcome fear. Free mini course on how to book clients. How to find your first client masterclass. Like I have so many different trainings and freebies, and none of them, only the quiz, has something to sell at the end. The others, the thank you page is this Facebook group. Okay, this Facebook group. So when they go and they sign up for the webinar, I say, hey, on the thank you page, awesome, you're registered, details are being sent to your inbox, click here to join the group. So one, I have their email, but two, they can click here to join the group. I've done things in the past where I've used that button, and instead of saying click here to join the group, I've said share this webinar or share this live event or share this masterclass, and I will give you a free PDF. Now what happens is that person is going to share it, and because they shared it, it's word of mouth. You're getting other people hearing about what you're doing for free. So you can maximize that thank you page in so many ways, guys. Like, and that is one of the most basic forms of a funnel: an opt-in page and a thank you page and the follow-up email. So that's a funnel. That is a basic funnel, but that is one of the ways you can be visible in a lifelong way. Because right now, my quiz, even when I was moving, because I don't know if most of you know, but I moved back to the UK recently. I was living in Italy and I moved back to the UK recently. While I was traveling, I had a 2-week delay in Milan, right? I had to stop in Milan for 2 weeks, and I didn't have that much internet connection, except for like the days when I would have my clients. I'd make sure I would go to a cafe or something to make sure I had them, right? But I had a 2-week delay, and even during that 2-week delay, I kept getting sales, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, oh my God, you know, like, why? Because I maximized that thank you page. So please maximize the thank you page. So if you're going to be using your thank you page, use it to connect to your Facebook group. Use it to connect to your, to get people to share the freebie, to share the video, to share the webinar, so that you get more people, because birds of a feather flock together. And so if I share it with my friend, chances are we have similar interests, and they're going to be interested in what you have to offer as well, right? So share, you could put a share button, you could put a button for your group, you could put a program that you're selling, you could give them many things. So get creative and don't be afraid to try it. Just do it, okay? So the first thing I said with your to create your lifelong visibility system or structure or whatever you want to call it, ask people what they want, okay? I remember doing I remember in 2015 going into this year, the end of last year, I did a 21-day challenge. 21 no, listen guys, this is a 5-day challenge, okay? And let me tell you, if you're doing anything that's more than a day, on day 1 attendance is going to be like this, day 2 is going to be a little bit like here, day 3 like here, day 4 like here, day 5, it goes down, engagement goes down as the days go along, right? People are most excited on the first day. Now I did a 21-day challenge. By day 8, I was like, I'm done. I give up. I'm done. Right? So it was too long. So really ask people what they want. Because if I had just said, hey, What kind of challenge do you guys want to kick off 2016, right? To close off the year. They would have said a 5-day challenge is fine. A 7-day challenge is fine. Because by day 8, I checked out. They checked out. Like, we were all checked out. Okay? So it's good to ask them, because then you don't waste time doing things that aren't going to connect and doing things that aren't going to work. So let me know from you guys. What questions do you have for me about your opt-in page, your landing page, your thank you page, your follow-up email, your funnel? What questions do you have about this part of being visible? And then I'll answer them for you. So start typing your questions in, and I'm here to answer them for you. And in the meantime, while you type your question in, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this whole thing of the emailing people. Now, I've gotten this question before: how often should you email your list? For me, all right. In truth and in fact, you want to be consistent. So you want to email them at least once a week, on the same day, at the same time, consistently. It's called your newsletter or your love notes to them, or whatever you want to call it, your juicy goodies that you give them. And that will help to build the know, like, and trust, okay? Now, of course, if you're using other platforms like social media, you're doing Facebook Live, they may be engaging with you in other ways as well, so they get more of you. But you want to have that email. Now, when you are selling something, if you're in the middle of a launch, or if you're just trying to get people for your coaching practice, then you also need to be sending something that is called a solo mailer. Okay, so a solo mailer is when you are giving them one task, not join the webinar, like my page, watch this video, listen to this audio, oh, don't forget to do this, oh, follow my friend, check out this. No, a solo mailer is one call to action. So it's sign up for a free session, or join my program, or buy my book, okay, or watch this video, whatever it is. That's called a solo mailer, because it's solo and you're mailing them solo, which is one call to action. Okay, so you want to be sending 2 solo mailers. And I know you may think, oh, but I don't want to be annoying, I don't want to email people too many times and stuff like that. I remember having one of my launches earlier this year, and at the end of the launch, I was emailing everyone every single day, because it was a launch. And when you're in a launch, you do send more emails. And I was sending an email every single day. And can you believe that at the end of the launch, I sent out a survey and I said, hey guys, you know, I noticed you and you didn't sign up. Can you fill out the survey and tell me why you didn't sign up? And somebody actually replied and said, I did not know you were having a launch. What? And it's understandable, because do you open every single email that you get? No. So you don't want them to miss it, right? And you could send it today, and then they get like 10 other emails that push your emails down. So you want to send it tomorrow to make sure they get it, right? So you send your emails, and don't be afraid of people who unsubscribe. I was so petrified by that in the beginning. I was like invisible in my email list. I would mail them once every month, and it was only when I was selling something. And it was because I was afraid, but what if they unsubscribe? Oh my God, hiding. And that's why you need to always be growing your list, because when you're growing your list, and say you have 50 people joining, or let's use a reasonable number for somebody starting out. Let's say 5 people join your list, or 3 people, or even 2 people join your list every day. Even if one person unsubscribes, it doesn't matter, because you still got more people than what you had before that person unsubscribed. So you want to make sure that you're always growing your list, so you don't feel afraid of the unsubscribes, and know that your ideal clients will want to hear what you are saying. Okay, when I remember when I used to talk about things like how to book first paying clients and stuff like that, but then I had some people who were in the community and they were joining the webinars, and by the time they had worked with me and gotten to the point, well, none of my clients have unsubscribed, but you have people who maybe they watched a webinar and they learned what they had to learn. They don't need this content anymore. It's not relevant to them anymore, so they have to move on. It happens. If you unsubscribe from people, then you shouldn't feel any way when somebody unsubscribes from you. So, and I know when I email this video to my list, somebody's gonna unsubscribe. but I also know that I have a funnel that's bringing me tons of other people on the side as well. So any questions, ladies? Like, you guys are so cool because you're still here. Thank you so much for spending the day with me and getting this content. So number one with creating your thing is you need to ask people. Ask them. Okay? Don't be afraid to ask them. Ask them what they want to learn. Ask them how they learn it. Ask them. I remember the first successful freebie I had was in 2015, and it was a video series. It was 3 YouTube videos. And at that time, I wasn't a success coach or a visibility strategist yet. At that time, I was doing quarter life crisis coaching, right? Because I had just figured out my life. And so I was coaching people who were going through their quarter life crisis. Well, trying to. I didn't have any clients yet. But this was my most successful freebie because I did 3 videos. And somebody watched the 3 videos and she immediately messaged me on Twitter and she's like, I have to work with you. And she paid me $1,000 up front in full to work with me. And I was like, people actually do this? Because it was my first client ever. So it really woke me up and showed me something new that I hadn't experienced before. But here's the beautiful thing about that freebie and why it really works so well. Every step of the way, I would call a friend of mine who would be a great ideal client, and I would say to her, how long should the video be? She's like, don't make it more than 4 minutes, because at 4 minutes I'm closing it. And so I knew none of the videos should be more than 4 minutes long. I said to her, what do you think? When I did the graphics for to promote it, I sent it to her. I said, what do you think of this font? What do you think of this color? What do you think of this size? And she would say, oh, move this, put this, change this. Why? Because if she has the same personality and identity as my ideal client, then her voice matters. What she says about my freebie makes sense. What do you think about this name? What do you think about the title? And literally within 2 days of promoting that video, those 3 videos, I got $1,000 cash in my bank account. All right, well, it's in my PayPal because she paid by PayPal, but $1,000, okay? So, and that was my first client, and that was what showed me that, oh my gosh, this business, online business thing, coaching thing does work. If you know what to do, you will book clients. You will make money. You will stand out. You will be noticed. People will recognize you as an expert in your field. But there is a strategy to it. And so ask them what they want. If you're not sure, go to them again and say, what do you think about this? And you tweak it until you feel good and they feel like, yes, it's something they would click on. They would give you their email. They would buy it, right? So think about all of that. The next thing was make sure that you have a landing page that is highly converting, okay? And a part of that is 1, simplify it. 2, you can have a strong headline that captivates them, triggers them to say, oh my God, I want this freebie. So when you ask them what they want, it's gonna pull them in because they're gonna say, oh wow, that's so good, I want that. Oh, that ebook sounds perfect for me, right? Then you wanna put the opt-in box above the fold. Don't let them have to scroll. The more work you give them to do, the less likely they are to sign up for it. So make it super, super simple. All right. And again, I don't use lead pages because people ask me this all the time. I don't use lead pages. I don't use ClickFunnels. I can tell you guys with ClickFunnels, I was one of the first persons to sign up for ClickFunnels because when he started ClickFunnels, he started it as in those internet marketing spheres where they're like, oh, affiliate programs, whatever. And I was one of the first people. Right now, ClickFunnels is like 90 something a month for the basic. Up until when I closed my ClickFunnels account in September, October, thereabout, I was still paying $30, $37 for my ClickFunnels. Because I retained the lifelong, that investment for life because I was one of the first people who signed up. And for me, I switched away from them and went to Igloo because Igloo gives me lifetime. I don't pay per month. I can create unlimited pay. With ClickFunnels, you could only create 20 pages with the basic one. So after you've created 20 pages, you have to delete freebies to create new ones. And that hurt me because I would have a webinar or a free mini course and I was creating freebies every week. I was creating a new webinar or a new challenge, or every month I had new things popping up, right? To engage people and keep them excited. And with ClickFunnels, I had to be deleting things every single time. right? First of all, I switched from lead pages to ClickFunnels because lead pages now is good, because I work with my clients and I see them create their lead pages and they have that drag and drop thing. Back in the day, like last year, there was no drag and drop. ClickFunnels was the first person to come on the scene with a drag and drop, and so I was in love with it because it was drag and drop. I could customize things. But I switched from them to Igloo because why am I paying every month and I have restricted pages? Every time I want to create something new, I have to delete it or upgrade to your 300 a month. And at the time, my business wasn't there, so I'm like, no, I'm not having it. So I use Igloo app because you pay once and you have lifetime access. So if you're interested in learning about Igloo app, message me personally. I am an affiliate for them, so if you message me personally, I can give you the link to sign up through my link. And if you sign up through my link, I will give you a free audit, a free landing page audit to help you make sure that you're creating high converting landing pages. Yeah, so that's it for that. And then the third thing I spoke to you guys about was making sure that you're maximizing your thank you page. Maximize it. You can put your group on it. You can put a sales page there to sell something nice to your people. Get them excited about you and get them investing, right? Because what that also does is it separates the people who are only for free and the people who are serious about investing in themselves, right? So it also helps you to see what in your list, these people are the ones who they're quick, they're action takers, they don't waste time, they don't wait, they know what they're about, they see an opportunity and they grab it. So it helps you to understand your list better, and then you see the people who maybe they're not interested in it or they're not as quick in taking action. So it helps you to do that as well. Or you can use it to give away something free to them and encourage them to share, so you can create like a viral loop for your freebie, so a lot of people are signing up for it and stuff like that. So that's the tip for today, guys. Tomorrow we're going to talk about video, because video is queen, as I always say. And if you do not use video, you are leaving a lot of money on the table. Yes, you are. As I said, as I shared in my example, it was 2015. It was before Periscope. Periscope did not exist. There was no Facebook Live. There was no Snapchat existed, but it wasn't as popular. There was no Instagram stories. People were not using videos. The only people at that time who were doing videos were Marie Forleo, Gina DeVee, like Lewis Howes. These people who were like multi-millionaires, they were using videos. But the average entrepreneur like you and me, they weren't using videos. Nope, they weren't. It was not happening. And so I took a chance and I said, I love video. I'm going to go do 3 videos. And they were each 4 minutes long. And I booked my first client through that. So if I could do that back in 2015 with videos, if you are not using video today, when today you have to use video, you're going to miss out. So tomorrow is video day, guys. Tomorrow I'll talk to you about how to be visible on video. Of course, for those of you who have my course, you already have all the secrets and all the tips and all the tricks, like Delia, you'll have all the tips. But I will be giving you guys a little bit of, little tips and stuff that you can implement if you haven't started rocking out videos as yet, okay? And I'm gonna share with you what my favorite video platforms are. And you don't have to have a fancy equipment. You don't have to have fancy lighting. You don't have to have fancy anything. You don't need to have a fancy microphone. I mean, yes, your videos will look good when you have those things, but that's no excuses. I see when I was doing videos back in those days, I was using my S3, my Samsung Galaxy S3. So if I could do it then, you can do it now. All right, so any questions, ladies? Whether it's a question about today, question about yesterday. Oh, by the way, what your homework is for today is to come up with a freebie, and then you will post it in this group, because Wednesdays are usually promo days. So if you already have a freebie, post it in the group. If not, go create a concept for one and post it in the group. And what I will do is, for everyone who shares, I will literally look through your freebie, your landing page and your things, and I will give you some tips on how you can make it better. All right? So if you want free advice on how to make your things better, via like me commenting and stuff like that, then make sure that you participate and do your homework for today. The homework for yesterday was your social media platforms, the screenshots from whatever your platform is and share it in this group. Your homework from day 1 was to do this activity. Yeah, don't look at the top. I was doing some math on the top. Just look here. Yes. All right. So do them. For everyone that you do, you get a point, and then it gets put in a hat, and then I like mix it up on Saturday or Sunday after the challenge is over, and I'll pick your name out of a hat. So get to it. All right. And any questions, guys, at all about landing pages, freebies? Fabulous. Yes, Delia. Awesome, awesome, awesome. No questions? Nothing? Nothing, Delia? Do you already know about landing pages? You already have your freebies? Talk to me, girl. Talk to me, ladies. Any question at all? And by the way, guys, whether you're watching live or the replay, type your questions in, because I always come back and I always go through the comments and I always double check and make sure I answer everyone's question. So any question you have, whether you're watching live or the replay, ask them. This is your chance to get free advice, free support, tailored to you. Yes. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kisses, peace, and love to you. And if you posted your question late, don't worry, I'll be here in the comments and I'll answer them for you. Lots of love, darlings. Oh, Keisha, right in the nick of time. You did this yesterday and now you did today. Girl, I love it. Oh, okay. So I don't have landing pages at the moment. Okay. I don't know about landing pages, but I haven't done one. I do have a freebie for my offer, but I'm going to change it. Ooh. So guys, okay, so none of you have landing pages. Would it help you if I was to do like a free training? Let's see. Well, tomorrow is Thursday, and usually in this group, Thursdays are called #training Thursdays. So in this group, every single Thursday, I do a free training. Opt-in. Oh, yes. Okay. So not often. Okay, opt-in. Yes, you're opt-in. Would it so help you guys if tomorrow I did a free training on landing pages, and I probably show you, like, do a screen share and show you guys how I create mine and stuff like that? Would that help, since neither of you have landing pages? Because even if you don't have a website, because I can tell you guys, I had a huge launch earlier this year, and I did not have a website at all. My website was not ready at all. All I had was my landing page, my thank you page, and my sales page. I did not need an actual website, and I got clients signing up, and it was amazing. So I mean, yes. Okay, so I'll do that for you guys. That's what we'll do tomorrow. So tomorrow you'll have 2 trainings. You have day 4 of the visibility challenge, where we're going to talk about how to do video, but then I'll also use my laptop and record an actual training, and show you how to put together a landing page. I'm going to show you guys with what I use, because I use of course Igloo. So I'm going to show you, screen share, and show you what I do. And then if you have questions or if you need advice, tomorrow take all your questions, okay? I can't tell you what time I'll be doing it yet, so hopefully it will be a good time for, maybe I could do the challenge in the morning. Maybe I'll do the challenge in the morning and then do the training at this time. I'll figure it out, and I'll confirm with you guys later today, so that you'll know what I'm using and what time it will be, so that you can show up. But even if you realize you can't show up live, send me all, like, post your questions in this group. Post them, because then I will answer them in the training, okay? So yes, awesome. Woo! So tomorrow you'll get to see me twice. Okay, good. I'm gonna make sure I drink lots of water tonight to stay hydrated for you guys, because tomorrow I'll come. And by the way, it's so cool because Keisha is Jamaican, Delia is Jamaican, so like, yes, welcome all you fabulous Caribbean queens. I just love it. But anyway, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll do that free training showing you how to do the landing pages and some more tips on it. I may not be able to attend, I'll be at work at that time. Okay, no problem. If you can't attend live, Delia, type your questions in this one. Type your questions here and tag me, okay? Type your questions in these comments and tag me, and then tomorrow I will do the actual thing and I will answer all the questions. So as many questions. Your daughter is called. Really? That's so cool. Oh my god, I love it. Oh wow, such a small world. And it's funny because you, Delia, it's the first time I heard your name. You're the first person I've ever heard with that name. Like, I know Delia, but Delia is the first person I'm hearing with that name. And then to know that Keisha's daughter has a similar name, that's just so cool. So yeah, but guys, even if you have 50 questions, type every single one of them in the comments and I will answer them for you tomorrow in the training. All right, so don't worry about that. I will definitely answer them for you guys. And yes, awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here and taking the time to learn. I hope it was useful. I hope you found it useful. I hope, you know, now when you create your freebie, you will create a thank you page and that you will maximize the thank you page as well. So all the best, guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Mwah, kisses, peace, and love to you. Ciao. Oh, and for those of you watching the replay, type your questions for tomorrow's training too. Yes, love it. Woo! Okay. All right, guys, bye.